Robert Jenrick, in his effort to look more dynamic in his potential challenge to Kemi Badenoch, has now become a sort of metro underground vigilante. And you know, this is what happens when a politician with a camera crew in tow and conscience fully charged decides to take justice into his own hands on the tube. Jenrick, this shadow justice secretary, filmed himself confronting suspected fare dodgers in Stratford, East London, and found himself threatened with a knife. And the footage has gone viral, and the political aftershocks are rippling through Westminster. On the surface, this is a story about antisocial behaviour, urban safety, and the limits of public tolerance, but beneath it lies something richer about performance politics, vigilante virtue signalling, and the steady erosion of institutional authority. In the now widely circulated video, Jenrick chases several young men accused of not paying their fare. One of them responds aggressively, allegedly threatening Jenrick with a knife. "I've got a knife. I'm going to wreck you," he claims. Jenrick, clearly rattled but undeterred, demands clarification. "You what? You carrying a knife, did you say?" This is not mere bravado. It's a stark reminder that even in what might seem a minor social infraction, fare evasion, there lurks the potential for violence, and that a senior politician should encounter this threat while filming his own improvised sting operation is both remarkable and frankly reckless. Jenrick is not a transport inspector, nor is he a police officer. His job technically has nothing to do with street-level crime, and yet he's assumed the mantle of Avenger-in-Chief, staging scenes of confrontation to show that the rule of law is, allegedly, collapsing under Sadiq Khan's watch. This is not new. We've entered a new era of GoPro governance where moral rectitude is measured not in policy outcomes, but in pixelated grit. Jenrick's video shows earlier escapades involving car boot sales and suspicious-looking barbers. Next week, perhaps he'll tackle overdue library books or rogue cycling in Hyde Park. He should go to Rugby and tackle the rogue cycling on the pavements there. But behind the theatrics is something serious, a political gambit. With Kemi Badenoch's leadership of the Conservative Party faltering, Jenrick is clearly positioning himself for a run. His get-your-hands-dirty approach is red meat to the Tory base and a thinly veiled audition for higher office. Unsurprisingly, the stunt has attracted criticism from transport unions and Labour politicians. The TSSA accused Jenrick of playing hero on the commute and suggested that fare evasion would be better tackled by a fully funded British Transport Police and a coherent staffing strategy, and they're right. This is not how public order is resolved. Policing by provocation rarely ends well. One need only recall the grim lessons of citizens' arrests, campaigns or vigilante mobs when elected officials abandon the machinery of state enforcement in favour of handheld moralising. We risk not just inconsistency but chaos. Moreover, there's a strange moral hierarchy on display. Fare evasion, bike theft, weird Turkish barber shops and shoplifting are lumped together with knife threats and drug crime. It's not a coherent criminal justice vision. It's a litany of urban irritants filtered through a tabloid lens. And what this episode reveals is that the Conservative Party, once the party of magistrates, order and quiet respectability, is becoming a party of stage confrontation and culture war cosplay. Jenrick's actions reflect a broader shift in British politics from competence to combat, from strategy to spectacle. In practical terms, yes, fare evasion costs money. TfL estimates £130 million a year is lost because of fare evasion, but London's evasion rate is lower than Paris or New York, and prosecutions have declined largely because TfL is understaffed and underfunded, not because of a Marxist conspiracy at City Hall. The real problem isn't just crime, it's the loss of public trust in institutions to tackle crime. That, arguably, is what Jenrick is exploiting and exacerbating. His actions don't restore confidence. They perform outrage, they record it, they disseminate it for clicks. I'm surprised he's not wearing the full Superman gear, with his underpants on the outside. Robert Jenrick's tube confrontation is not just a viral clip. It's a case study in 21st century politics. It poses difficult questions. Who enforces the law? What role should elected officials play in that enforcement? And when does political communication become political provocation? If Sadiq Khan is, as Jenrick claims, driving a proud city into the ground, then surely the answer lies in policy and reform, not selfies and scruffles. Otherwise, we're left not with law and order, but with theatre and knives. And the scuffles need to take place verbally in the House of Commons, not physically in the street with cameras and ooh, I've caught you. This is beneath the dignity of his elected office, and it's entrapment. It's entrapment, and I think there might be serious issues about privacy here. Quite apart from anything else, but there is room for a citizen's arrest, but not when you go searching for it. Not when you go searching for it. Jenrick needs to sort himself out, because this is not attractive. And if he thinks this is the way to become leader of the Conservative Party, I think he's on a hiding to nothing.